Tisby Olin Odinson Libra. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. So this is going to be your bi-weekly reading. So these energies are just pretty much the first half of March was my previous readings. Well, not officially, but this is going to be the second half of March readings. But these energies do apply for a fortnight whenever you are watching this. It's a lengthy period. I lost myself because the death card came out and they were just like, stop talking, start the reading. Heard you. Let's begin, shall we? So this card, death, was actually on like its ass on this face. So pretty much it was facing me before I even started the reading. So death. Some of you, this feels like a major completion of a cycle. Like, I'm hearing, because the full moon is in your sign, right? Full moon in Libra. So the energies I feel with that, there's a culmination, there's a harvesting. I'm hearing there's a harvesting of your fruits after a decision is made. After a decision is made, big transformation and changes start to come in play. And this is a decision that you have been thinking about for a very long time, Libra. That's not uncommon with the Libras, is it? Not making fun. That's just archetyping the signs, silly me. But let us proceed. So yeah, look at that. The minute you make a decision, you take free flight in a wellspring of love. I'm hearing you're just, wow, that's beautiful. I'm seeing it like, picture it like this: a big room, not even a room, a big environment of primitive nature, as in tall trees and just grass and green nature everywhere. And it's like, I'm just seeing one individual facing a big wave of rainbow. I'm seeing rainbow colors, rainbow mist everywhere. And it's like, it's just coming forth just like a big slap. A big slap in the chest, a big heart chakra activation. That's loud. So, and I just looked at green. So, some of you guys are about to receive a lot of love or give a lot of love. Whichever it is for you, you're about to receive a lot of love or give a lot of love, depending on what decision this is. Because this decision is a major one. It's a major one. Like I said, it's something that you have been thinking about for a long time. I'm getting like for the past year. You've been deciding this for the past year, like how to proceed with this. And I'm hearing enough is enough, and you just push the rock over the cliff and you take free flight. The rock doesn't fly. The rock actually was a sleeping titan, rock titan, and it just turned into a bird as the rock fell, as it came off. I don't even know if that's making sense. Pretty much something that you did not think was going to take flight. This is not expected though, because I feel like personally, when I get anything related to death, it's a result you can't expect, or it's just something that you really did not want to happen, and it just happened anyway. So whatever this was, you really did not want to make this decision this soon, but it's made anyway, either for you or by you, and you're taking free flight. Yeah, this is coming in louder because she of the Kruak is the celestial reflection of the divine feminine. And the thing about celestial reflections, the thing about the celestials, the stars, the gods and goddesses, the universe, they pull the strings and they send the messages for the physical beings to take that into consideration and take it upon their free will and act upon it. So, but how I'm getting this here, since we have the death, it's like this decision is not only urged for you to make, but it's like it's a loud ringing pitch that does not go away until a decision is made. Yeah. Yep, this is, and now we're getting someone else in the picture. So, counterparts, divine counterparts, twin flames, if that resonates, or soulmates. But this is very soulmatey vibes. I'm getting past lives here because this is the counterpart. This is the other half. Literally, the other half of this card is the other half of this card. It's the counterpart. It's the other half of nature. This is the laws of nature. So, if you didn't expect... I'm being drawn to the sky. And I have a skylight, so I'm looking at the cloud, and there's just one pocket of... There's a pocket of air just randomly so the cloud looks like this. It's a complete cloud. But there's one pocket of air that somebody punched through. So I'm feeling like, okay. All right. So it's like that hole that was punched through, it feels like a hole was punched through your heart with the decision. Like in the past, there was a choice that you were wanting to make, but it felt like it felt like this other person punched a hole through your heart, and you questioned everything about them. Yeah. And then we have my super ex-girlfriend card. Pretty much, this is I'm talking about the movie, by the way. It's the karmic cycle that you thought you could run away from but just came back. It's like you wanted to move forward with this individual, but a karmic cycle punched you right. Like it blocked you. Pretty much something blocked you from moving forward with this energy. Now this feels like another party. Yeah, a truth was revealed. The mask came off. Sylvanus. Okay, now I'm seeing this in two different ways. Or in both ways. So a truth revealed on the person you're dealing with, and it was something very unexpected, I looked at 744, harmonic frequency of the rainbow and the harmonic frequency of love in the same space. So this is something that was needed to be accepted. This was something that was difficult to accept, but it's something that was accepted nonetheless. Because it's a truth. It's a part of them. This is like, you see the sword right there? This is like Ace of Swords. This is like a truth that needed to be revealed and heeded and accepted, but it just wasn't because of pride. And I got a lot of conversation. Maybe there was a conversation between you two that you guys were both standing your ground. Like both of you were in your hierarchical energies, if you will. And the king and queen were fighting for who was right. The king and queen were fighting for who was right in the situation, and a truth was revealed. Like a lot of words were said. But wow, okay. I did not expect that. So now I'm receiving it like this. As a king and queen were arguing about who was right, there was a third party watching over the situation, knowing that they were about to lose the king, or they were about to lose, pretty much, this third party energy can be somebody else, or just can be an entity, thought form, whatever. You're gonna keep it simple though. This is just an energy, and it was hovering over these beings, pulling the puppet strings, like, I'm gonna reveal a darkness of X and Y. I'm gonna just, to keep it simple, this is X and this is Y, and just forget about the cards for a sec. But don't, and I hope I didn't lose you. Hold on. So, to rewind, come back. Pretty much the king and queen were arguing, talking about who was right, who was wrong in the relationship dynamic here. But there was another entity just making dominoes fall about this person and this person, and fire was being tossed. Fire was being tossed. One was eating it. One was eating it, so that makes sense with the hole in the cloud. One was just eating, like, the void coming at them, but there was just a third party pulling these strings. If it wasn't somebody else, then it was definitely a thought form, making the other person hate the other person. Like, all that. This is what I'm feeling, and that's getting resolved, though, because whatever that was, it needed to occur so that they could stand in their power once and for all. It was like no self-confidence to too much self-confidence. So there was like too much happening over here. It was like when they both stepped into their self-confidence and faced each other, they directed like all that pain. Like, they pretty much projected a lot of the past into the present, and it needed to be dealt with, and it was a conversation that was just not being had, so that therefore the next time a conversation was had between these two individuals, a lot came down crashing through the roof. Pretty much that rang louder. So the messages just keep varying, but take whatever resonates and reflect this into your physical reality however it makes sense. But pretty much big lessons were flooding through. Lessons that were being avoided in the past. Yep. Lessons, big major lessons that were being avoided into the past. So unfortunately, in this particular dynamic, the fire was being tossed at each other. And either, I'm not even getting this as third party, because at the end of the day, what occurs between two individuals, only those two individuals are responsible for the energies that intertwine between two of them. And I actually looked at 1221. There's that mirror, the fawn. You guys were mirroring each other with the faulty, and you both handled it your own way. But nonetheless, this was a major lesson that needed to unfold, but is now dealt with. Henceforth, I looked at 44, this death unfolding once and for all. It's a shedding. The snake is shedding. I'm literally seeing a snake just shed its skin and turn it. A brown snake turns into a golden snake. That's what I'm hearing. A brown snake turns into a golden snake. Interesting. Now we're going to see how this... Actually, I'm going to leave it at that. Because... Well, no. No, I won't leave it at that. They want me to say one more thing. Yep. So, it is to be cautious of these energies returning. Not to scare anybody. I'm not trying to do that. But we have 55 at the top here, and this is big change. So anything that is seemingly draining you, be careful not to blame it. Be careful not to blame that energy on anybody but thyself, because this is said a lot, isn't it? We create the reality we live in, and this is in some scenarios that's not less true, but other factors are more at play in the matter. But in this sense, you guys, whoever this is for, the control of this dynamic is in your hands. Completely in your hands. So we have Mika Muckle right next to the Shoal Straight Drinker. Let's see what happens after that. Okay. Yeah, this is just healing the shadow side of thyself. And knowing it's just healing the shadow side. Yep. That's that whole death. This big decision that we were talking about at the beginning of the video is whether or not this aspect of yourself is truly yourself, or a part of your past that does not want to die, a part of your past that is tethered to pride. Yep, because we have it like this. The Soul Strength Drinker, Mika Mako, which is just playing around with the shadow side, so not even neglecting it, but actually having fun with the shadow side, therefore creating a sense of vanity, pride, about this side of yourself. So you actually, and by the way, no judgment. I'm actually gonna give you the positive side to that now. You guys made something that was dusty and rusty, golden. So if that makes, I don't know if this is making sense, but the negative, the shadow aspect of thyself became a benefit for thy life, for your life. So pretty much these energies are what lasted through the winter, but now it's time to shed. So like coming into the spring equinox, this side of yourself, you're gonna have to decide. This is the first card, and it's very loud in this reading, and they want me to be that extra with it. It's very loud in this reading, the death. It's not usually that loud. I don't usually get death that loud, but it's pretty loud. And look how she's holding he or she, whatever gender this being is. She's holding this ball, this gift. And in order to get that gift, you're gonna need to take off. You're gonna need to take off the robe and reveal what's underneath. And what's underneath is this side of thyself that is that enjoys that enjoys being prideful, but which is totally fine, because guess what, guys? It was just you and yourself for the longest time. It was just you. That's the thing. It was just you and yourself, you against the world the whole time. But now there's actually an equal in sense of your soul. That's why this is very twin flamey, or just soulmatey. You guys went through the same lessons. So now that you are going through the similar lesson and facing each other, in the past it was confusing because you thought they were the issue, but in retrospect they were showing you the issue within yourself, but it was just so difficult because they were your soulmate. You were like, I don't want to let them go. So so it forced you, it put a mirror, the message was sent into your face, like, from, this is what you have to deal with. Actually, they're not actually to blame. What is to blame here is, well, thyself. It's what is to blame here is allowing this evolve into, because this is how I get it. This is how I look at these cards. The Soul Shrinker is in this stage before it becomes the Glackner, before it completely consumes all the darkness and evolves into its full physical state. So it's a ghosty. It siphons, but now it's like it's siphoned enough to evolve into this state where it can control darkness and just become something that is a facet. Just simply put, we have many facets of ourselves that help us get through things, but it's when we come to bed and the thoughts that anchor with our true authentic self, that's what we have to check in on constantly. That's what we have to constantly check in on. We have to constantly, is that my thought, or is just that my thought when I'm angry, or is that my thought when I'm this emotion? What about my thought when I'm authentically myself? And that's checking in. And then there's something that is discovered here. There's some unexpected results. And we're gonna see how this unfolds on the other side. We're gonna do an extended. All that information will be below. I am available for personal readings. All that information is below as well. Yeah, if this resonated, Libra, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Genuinely. Thank you. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share, press the belly bell, and until next time, I say to you farewell.